Apparently, parental negligence and impact on society is the topic for today's discourse.
This discussion is as important as we should have it. It should be an ongoing discourse because everything we find in our society now is as a result of parental negligence. My phone has been on hook, has been ringing because of the recent, scandal that just burst in the social space.
Concerning that 10-year.
Yes, the 10-year-old girl. Everybody is running kitty kata now. Why? Because you failed to do the job.
Yeah.
We are not having the conversations we should be having with our children. So if you give your child internet, you have to teach your child the do's and don'ts of internet.
The areas you not visit.
You don't just throw them into the internet space and say, do whatever. TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. My children will tell me, they'll say, Mommy, you don't trust me. I say, it's not you I don't trust. I don't trust them.
Oh.
I don't trust the internet. It is not you. What you are teaching your child is not for now. It's for the adult that the child is going to become. Because if you have deceived yourself, they will deceive you in front of you. And then they are the adults that they come to be, who are abused, who are violent, who don't even know where they belong in the society. You have wife beaters, they came from a home.
Yes, so.
You have thieves, they come from a home. Unfortunately, you have these Boko Haram people, they came from a home.
Yes. They have parents.
So all this is from, you even hear parents say, I didn't do anything. It's that non-doing that is the problem, Gongo.
So, like she noted that there are many ways, really, so many things that are effect of this parental negligence to our children. If you have physical, emotional, medical, educational, and all that. So these are these ways where parents neglect their children. Sometimes they know, sometimes they may not even know that that's what they are doing. So what we're saying is that parents look at it holistically and do the right thing. It is a responsibility to take care of our children. We must try as much as we can not to neglect any part and be good in some area all the way around, because like she noted, if you don't let them know, they'll go and seek for answer outside, and that will be very, very dangerous. Time for a break. Movie view.
Say and do it.
Welcome back. See, discussing parental negligence and impacts on society. This takes me to another question. It says, how do you deal with parental neglect and cope with your childhood neglect as an adult?
Okay, thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Now, like I said earlier, some parents don't know who they are because of the kind of parenting that they had. And so they are passing on that ignorance into their own form of parenting. Now, like I said, if you are a parent, you have to know you first. You have to know the kind of person you are. Do you get angry easily? What makes me get angry? Am I open? Am I somebody that you can easily push to one side? Am I someone that is assertive, that can say no? So you have to know yourself first. Build yourself to the kind of person you would like yourself to be. This is possible. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. Read books. Do courses that will improve you as a person first. Because the effect of these things is that you pass it on to the next generation. Yes, and then we have a circle, a vicious circle. We have a vicious circle that, it becomes a terrible thing. It becomes an epidemic. So you yourself, you have to then forgive your parents. Because let's say they did it out of ignorance.
Ignorance, yeah.
Because what you don't forgive, you become. What you don't forgive, you become. Even indirectly, you see all these people that beat their wives. The children will say they didn't like it. They find themselves doing it. Because the brain does not have a delete button. Yes, it keeps it in one side. And so before you know it, you see people
be activated and then start working.
You start doing it. Even though you don't even like it as a person. You see yourself, so you have to forgive your parents. Come to terms with who you are. this is how I am. There's no change. There's nothing wrong with you as who you are. There's a problem is when you remain who you are. Everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses.
There's always room for change.
Yes, there's always room for you to work on your weaknesses and change. Like I said before, I wasn't an excellent parent.
Yeah.
Going into parenting opened my eyes and I started seeking knowledge, attending courses. Before I knew all this, I wasn't like this. I was a yeller. Anything, because that was what I learned. Sit down. My children were not. My daughter later started telling me, say, Mommy, anytime you are yelling, I just used to sing in my head. La 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 la. She was not hearing all the things I was saying. I was just shouting for fun. So, you have to know the kind of children you have. You have to know who you are. Work on yourself. And better, you can't say, this is how my parents turned me into. There are this kind of programs that you are watching. Several types of shows, trainings that you go to. Don't say, my parents made me like this, so I'm like this. No. You owe yourself. Let's say your parents did you a disservice. But you owe yourself and your unborn children to be better.
To do the right thing.
To do the right thing. To become better. As a child that grew up with parental negligence. See, most of us did. Don't let us kid ourselves. Most of us did. Because it didn't come from a place of they wanted to be wicked. It came from a place of ignorance. They didn't know. They didn't know. And then at a particular point, the economy of the country changed. Where we didn't have mothers staying at home anymore. They didn't know how to balance work and house. So they just left, the taking care of children to house helps. It happened. There was a point in that time and they didn't know how to change it. So let's not kid ourselves. It happens. I tell people, see, I parent or I do this coaching from a point of myself, from experience. I don't hide anything. I say it the way it is because it is going to help other people.
Yeah.
Growing up, I was the only girl. My mom didn't know how to deal with me. I wasn't open. I wasn't the child that would come from school and say, oh, this happened in school. My brothers were. I was the only girl. My brothers were, Mommy, something happened in school. Blah, blah. She didn't know what to do because she was like my brothers. Okay. She was open. She could say anything. Sitting down with her, she could say anything. But she didn't know how to cope with me. Why is this girl so silent? What's wrong with her? So she left me.
No.
So she left me. Yes. So she left me. So and that is why I said you need to know your children. Children are different. You can't parent a child the same way. The same problem I have now. My son is like me. My daughter is my teacher. As she's stepping out of school, every event that happened from the school bus into her class, she's giving me details. Even though sometimes I'll be like, okay, because the story is plenty. But my son, oh my God, what happened is nothing. What happened today? Nothing. I was like, I can't leave this boy. So I probed. I will start. So when you left the bus, you entered the school. So how did you land? I put my leg down. Then you said, Mom, why are you doing that? You put your leg down. Say, yes. Okay, so what happened? Before you know it, you just say, Mommy, do you know this thing happened?
You open up. You opened
up. Because if you don't even know what your children know, it's a problem. Some of them have erroneous views about life. Their mates are feeding them erroneous views about life.
In school?
Yes, in school. So if you don't know what they know, once they bring it home and you hear it, put your own and use it to
correct them. Yes.
That one away.
Correct
but
them.
If you don't even know, they're just building it up. They're just building up. All these LGBTQ things that they're talking about, it comes from those kind of discussions that they have
in school.
Because some parents are negligent and they'll tell you it's okay. We have some woke parents that they'll tell you it's okay to be this, it's okay to be that, it's okay. So those ones will tell your child it's okay to have this kind of, it's okay to. You have to, okay, how? You have to sit down and start doing your work. Yeah. But you won't shout it or you won't make it look like it's a bad thing. Okay. Because the way to treat children is to try to be in their world. The way to treat youth or teenagers is to try to put yourself in their own shoes. So that they can listen to you. You tell them, this game you are watching, now let me play some. Oh, this is how it is. They feel you are among them. They feel you understand them. Yeah. And they can relate and open up to you.
We'll take a break now. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Welcome back. It's so good. Thank you so much. You are really giving it to us the way we want it.
Thank you.
Now, what are the signs of a neglectful parent?
If you don't have a relationship with your child,
No,
know
sign?
that you have been
Neglectful.
You have been neglectful. You've done something wrong. And I don't mean relationship like mommy, you hug, you kiss. No, that is not the kind of relationship I'm talking about. Conversations. When your children don't come to you and talk, you have a problem. They must talk. They must tell you what is happening with them, not just what is happening with somebody. Some children do that. They know that you want information. They will give you somebody else's information. So you should have a connection that when something goes wrong, you feel it. You know that, oh, this child used to talk a lot. All of a sudden became quiet. Something has gone wrong somewhere. This child used to excel very well in class. How come he's not doing well? The grades have gone down. Something is wrong somewhere. So as the sign of a neglectful parent is a parent who doesn't have connections with their children. You don't even know what's going on with your child. You don't know how your child is living. You don't know what your child's dream, your children's dream and aspirations are. You don't know what they want to be. You know, it might change at every moment. Sometimes they say they want to be pilot, sometimes doctor, sometimes it can change. But you have to be changing with them. My daughter wants to be a president now. So we are reading Aristotle, Socrates, everything. That's what we are reading. She's 8 years old. We are reading Obama's book. We are reading becoming, that is what we are reading. She will grow up and say she wants to be a lawyer. Oh yeah, we are going there again. That is what I call parenting. You are guiding, supporting, directing.
Having interest in the activities.
They know that my daughter will wake up and tell you the most beautiful girl in the whole world. The finest girl in the whole world. See, this is just a princess. Why? Because I ram it into her head.
Yes. Because
growing up, I felt, I was damaged goods. Because people kept saying words like horrible, fat, So I felt that there was something wrong with me that wasn't good for them to use. For some other people, that's why you need to know your children. For some other people, all what they said might not have affected them. A child that is visual will not be taken in by words. I'm auditory. So the words you say to me matter. Your child might be auditory. Anything you say to the child will matter. My daughter is auditory. So I give her positive affirmations. You wake up in the morning, say, go and show them who is boss in school. I tell her, yes. I will now ask her, I said, Santa, what are we doing today? She said, I'm going to school to show them who is boss. You can't beat her at anything. You can't beat her. Because she knows she has the backing of somebody. Somebody is telling me I am the best. I have to prove that I'm the best. You have to give your children those kind of...
My husband will say, tell them, be a leader anywhere you go.
Yes.
I will tell our children, be a leader. Don't like that.
That's the thing. You have to show them what you have. God has deposited so much in you. Prove it. Be a leader even to yourself.
Yes.
How are you a leader to yourself? If you're a leader to yourself, somebody will not give you 5,000 naira to go and kidnap a child.
And you go and do so.
And then you will go. Nobody will tell you to come and open your leg for 2K. Or not tell you, take it to Mr. Biggs and say, open your leg. Then you are doing that. Because you are a leader. I was telling someone just outside the reception here that my daughter won't allow anybody take a video. She will tell you, where are you posting it? That video is going to cost some money when I become a president. She's just 8 years old. She's just 8.
And look at her ambition already.
She's already...
So
when you do that as a parent, you lead your children in that light, there's very little likelihood that they change. Because they already know they know where they are going.
Yeah.
A child that does not know where he's going, he's just here, he's there. See, the ambition or the career of a child can change. When it changes, we change together. If my daughter says she wants to change, she wants to be a pilot, we start buying pilots. Yes, we have moved. We are moving into the direction of pilots. That is the thing.
All right. Thank you so much. Here I also said that no set rules or expectations in the family and your parents. That's how you know that you're already a neglectful parent. You don't have interest in whatever they do. Lack of an emotional attachment. You are just self-concerned, not only your own. Focus on his or her own problems and desires.
No rules.
That is nothing at all. Rules. So once the mother gets up, you just bath and okay, I'm coming, see you later. That's all. The food is there in the kitchen. Oh yeah, that's all. No other thing. No. Look, as I'm going out now, this is a time for you to sleep. By 2 p.m., by 12 p.m., go and have your siesta. No, nothing like that. So they go like that. So these are where you know that you neglect children. You don't even ask them when they bathe in the morning or when they bathe in the evening. But there's some homes where there are rules. It's a must you bath in the morning, bath in the evening before you go to bed. You know these are rules. And you know it. By the time as you're growing up, this is already in you.
Yes.
You know, we must pray together as a home in the morning and evening. So you know this is rule. In my family, we have somebody who has an assignment. Once it's 7 a.m. in the morning, every home you see, we will rush down and pray together. And not just pray together. After prayer, we discuss, we talk to each other. What have you to say this? That is this relationship. That's what they now feel at home. So, but when you are not doing all this, the only concern, then you're already showing us that you're already a neglectful parent. So, lastly, my question from my side says, what are the impacts of parental negligence on society now?
We said it. The family is the smallest unit of the society. So, the family is, what is happening in the family is what we see in the society. That is it. Everything we are seeing, all those people that are seeing on Instagram, shaking bomb, it comes from the family. It's all part of the family. The family is a microcosm of the society. So the impact is too numerous. The society, the decadence we find in the society now stems from the family.
Look at many of them under the bridges. So many nuisance.
So many things. You have to
some
sit
negligence
down
of parents.
as a parent, like she said, have your own family values. In our family, we bath 2 times daily. In our family, when it's time to eat, nobody holds the phone. It's a time for family bonding.
Yes.
Some teenagers don't tell their parents where they are going. They just go. Mommy, I'm gone. You're back. I tell my children where I'm going. So my children should tell me, because the parents don't tell their children where they are going. So the children don't have a right. They will feel, why should I tell you? Everybody go your own way. We come back in the night, converge, sleep, wake up, eat. That is not a family. Where are you going? I'm going for so and so. You owe your children. You're not out. When you want to have this kind of, when negligence begins to happen, is when you are forming Alpha and Omega. I'm the Lord and Master of this house. Anything I say is the law.
So you don't pick your key, vroom.
I'm just going.
You don't know.
And when you are coming, everybody big him.
They don't even tell their wives.
Everybody sit down. That is not how to run a family. That's not how to train children. That's not how to teach children. Because you are teaching them in fear. Children will not learn in fear.
In the name of discipline.
They will not teaching them discipline. Fear. Discipline is not punishment.
No, what I mean, that's one that you hear the sound of their father. Everybody, they were all in this living room watching television. The moment they hear the sound, everybody disappear.
Everybody will scatter. You must sit down. You now carry books. Have we not all done it? We now carry our book.
Pretend.
Something in front. It's something else we are reading. We now, this child is reading. Who are you deceiving? You have to teach the child the essence of studying.
Exactly.
So that when you tell the child, go and study, the child will willingly study, because he understands that studying is for my own good. But when you say, go study, you can't be like you are doing like a punishment. You say, hey, I should read that bit. They'll put magazine in front of the book and do it like this. They are reading. Cover. Then when you are coming, they will cover it back. Because they feel that they are deceiving you.
Yeah.
Not knowing that they are harming themselves. But you did not teach them. You instructed
the importance of that.
So you need to teach, not shout and say this. Because if you don't know, you're abusing yourself. Like what happened? Someone was telling me that it's rape, it's this, it's that. I said, no, it is abuse. Because two minors, they are abusing themselves unknowingly. They are abusing themselves unknowingly. It is abuse. It is no fault of theirs. The children are exonerated. They are in this blame thing. They don't have any blame in what happened.
Everybody focuses on the parents.
At all.
Focusing on the parents. Unfortunately,
what did you teach them? Let's even say the school had their own part. They did not put a child in. Yes, a guardian or somebody in the room. But then, what did you teach your child as a parent? What? When did this child get exposed to this? Something must have happened somewhere that you are not aware of. It might even date as back as 3 years old. On a journey you went to and you left them, family member, uncle, house help, something, without knowing, without teaching your children, telling them to have conversations with you. Mommy, this person touched me appropriately. You know, saying those conversations, you should have them, not instructions. Yeah, I said conversations.
Yes, sir.
You must converse. I say my own, you say your own. That is conversation. Not do this, do that, do this. By the time some of them will even be scared to tell you anything because of the way you are Lord and Master of the house.
Exactly.
I tell mommy now, they will say it's my fault. It's my. I used to believe that. Yes. Yeah. I used to, because I was a big child.
Okay.
At 13, I was looking like 18. So I felt the attention I was getting from men was my fault. I felt it was my fault. It's no child's fault. No child is to be blamed here. No child. Everything that you do and you don't do, everything you do wrongly or you don't do, comes up to form the child, the adult that the child becomes. And it is your fault as a parent.
Thank you so much. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we enter question and answer session. Vivid View.
Say it and do it.